4 defeats.
Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys are where the hell is Ashraf? Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe.
Look at Ashraf with his fresh trim and that.
Oh, guys.
Should have seen him last week.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Go on.
You should you weren't here last week, man. He was.
Ashraf cut his hair. I just noticed.
No, man. Look at him. Looking like Cody. Oh, man.
Bro, his hair was cut yesterday.
Husam, did you say you just noticed? You were in the stream with me yesterday.
I didn't notice, I'll be honest. Sorry.
Oh. Are you telling me you don't look like Cody Gakpo?
No, but Joe has to
That's
notice.
well racist, man.
Joe has to notice because he's bald, isn't it?
Well, I'm not bald exactly.
No,
but
Joe has
yeah,
to notice because he's bald, so he notices.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Bro, you're always eating. You having a Burger King or something?
Eh?
Who?
What are you eating?
No, Joe. Joe's
I'm not eating. Joe.
Burger King.
Why does Wolfie like to abuse Joe every week? You're very abusive. I realize this.
Yeah, man.
Very
You
abusive.
need to get in your lane, mate. You've gone from Champions League, almost nearly run qualification, to basement dwellers. Yeah, come and please save me, Mr. Sean Gravel Voice Dyche, mate. That's where you're at, bro. Already.
It's who we are, mate. It's who we are.
All I'm saying is you guys are all in the mud.
8
and
games
I'm on
in,
top
yeah?
of the world.
You're in your third manager in 8 games, and one of them, Sean Dyche, mate. What is going on?
Sean Dyche.
All of them are better than your fucker or whatever.
He's not, though.
Anyway, Daniel Faka. Anyway, guys, I do want to start off by talking about Arsenal because they beat Atletico yesterday. So let's start off with that topic. Or you guys want to start with Liverpool?
Did you notice, Ashraf? You did it again. The whole I don't want to talk about Liverpool, so I want to talk about Arsenal thing. Just
we can leave. To be honest, we can leave
no,
Liverpool's cooking because Liverpool's cooking is man. It's now crispy.
If you guys want to start with Liverpool, you can start with Liverpool. Before we do
Arsenal. Let's start
happy birthday to this guy.
Yeah, I agree.
It's Sean's birthday. Happy birthday, Sean.
Oh, happy birthday, Sean.
Sean turns 33. Everyone wish him a happy birthday in the chat. You get me. Big up to you, Sean. Happy birthday to you.
Big up, Sean. One of the few logical Liverpool fans out there, not like the sensitive.
He's not logical because his favorite dessert is lemon cheesecake. It's actually quite sad. But anyway.
I meant football. I don't know what his personal. Yeah, lemon.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's.
So are we? What do you have you guys decided? Joe wants to talk about Arsenal. Let's go for it.
Yeah. I think Arsenal makes sense. I agree.
So I was thinking about this because I tried to do some sort of thinking ahead of this show, and I was driving earlier on. And, I was listening to some podcasts and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, and I thought, do you know what? This is a good topic, right? Because Arteta, and it's taken a while, right? Wow. I can't get away from this fact, right? But Arteta, from people on this panel, even the Arsenal fan himself, have many misgivings about this manager. But the facts remain, right? At this moment in time, Arsenal are probably the best team in the world, right? At this moment in time, one of the best for sure. You're the best team in the world. So Arteta has taken a team that was going nowhere, right? And yes, it might have taken however many seasons, however many phases, but ultimately, he's taken this team from nowhere, right, to now being on form, the best team in the world. They've not conceded a single goal in the Champions League. They just slapped up Atletico Madrid 4-0. They're top of the Premier League. No one looks like they can beat them right now. Defensively, they are unbelievable. Yeah. They have every single component needed. Squad-wise, no one can chat to them at all, right? I believe this fact. And I think there needs to be a realization that actually this guy, he's worked wonders with this Arsenal side.
Are you going too far here, Joe?
I'm not.
You are like, get off your knees.
Tell
and,
me who can chat to him.
No.
He's done.
Look, a lot of what you said can be constrained as true. But if you want to go down that logic, that would have made Forest and Newcastle the best teams in England last season when Forest went 7 games in a row winning and Newcastle went 6 games in a row winning in that moment in time.
No,
the bottom line is
being silly. That's being silly.
No, that is. I think you are taking it too far now, Wolfie, as well.
No, I'm taking it to the extreme just to show you. I wouldn't say that, by the way. Forest were not the best team even in that phase.
No,
but I'm saying the reason you're taking it too far, the reason why you're also taking it farther than Joe is Joe is not just saying that. Yeah, but Joe is not just saying that only based on our form. He's also saying it based on the squad we have, the quality we have, and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, let's be honest, Forest had an amazing run at some point last season, but nobody looked at their squad and said, "Wow, one of the best in the world." Like, nobody did that. Let's be honest.
Okay, but to say Arsenal are the best team in the world now,
people are talking.
They're one of the best for sure.
One of the best, yes, but
people
the best,
talking, right? So Barca can chat to Arsenal. Apparently, the same Barca that got battered 4-1 by Sevilla just 2 games ago. Arsenal aren't getting battered 4-1 by nobody in this league.
PSG.
Nobody.
PSG have 17 points out of 8 games, less than Arsenal have in the Premier League. And everyone knows the Liga is easier. By the way, I think PSG is stronger. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying if you want to make an argument and say, hey, let's look at form this season, Joe has some credibility there because in their league, they're not even first, PSG. I don't know if you guys know that. They're second.
They've got
less points.
1 win in 4.
Yeah. Okay.
And nobody tell me League A is now more competitive than the Premier League. We know it's not. Bayern I can hear.
No, but this is where the reactionary stuff just goes too much on YouTube.
It's not reactionary.
Wait, hold on. 5 weeks ago, Liverpool are the best team in the world. Liverpool have the best starting 11 in the world. 5 weeks on from that, Liverpool are the worst team in the world. Liverpool are going to get relegated.
Not the worst team in the world.
Yeah, but these are things. But again, I'm talking in the
He's using a form of expression, Ashraf. You get.
I'm just talking in the extremes. I think too much is done in moments in football. That's the problem right now on YouTube. Everything's like, oh, Arsenal won 4-0. Yes, Arsenal are scary videos are all over YouTube again. It is becoming very predictable to how fans and YouTubers and content creators are reacting. There's nothing wrong with saying Arsenal are fantastic, a very good team, and are looking very strong right now. But why does it need to go further to the best team in the world? Arsenal
they are though. Who's better than them now?
In this moment in time,
nobody.
Arsenal are sitting on the best team in England right now.
In the world.
In this freeze frame moment.
Yeah.
But if you believe that Man City are not going to chase them down under Pep, if you believe that Arteta won't crack under pressure,
I don't believe.
I don't think Man City are going to be better than us this season. PSG, I agree. Bayern, I agree. Barca, I agree.
Win the league.
Even Madrid, that we slapped last season, I think would probably be better than us this season because obviously the players they have are mental. But I think I partly agree with Joe, where I think we are, as of today, as Wolfie said, like you just look at only this point so far. We have performed the best this season. Let me put it that way. I don't think we're the best team. I think Arsenal have performed the best so far overall this season. Us and Bayern Munich. I think we have performed the best so far. I don't think we're the best team because I generally
think better than you. Who's better than you?
I think PSG are better than us still until now.
I know the same PSG that have won 1 in 4.
If
they're
PSG
going through a
came up
bad.
against Arsenal, it'd be a tight game, and I'd expect PSG.
It would be a very tight
1-0
game,
or
exactly.
something like that. But
Yeah.
with your logic, Joe, would you say Bournemouth are equally as good as Liverpool?
No, because that's not. No. You're doing too much. I'm not.
You're doing
basing
too
this-
much, bro.
No. Let me speak then, and
Go on.
I'll explain. Bournemouth is a moment in time. This Arsenal team isn't really a moment in time. It's been building up to this. This is
fair.
consistent.
That's a fair point.
This is consistent. Bournemouth aren't consistently doing this. Arsenal have consistently, yes, it hasn't won them a title yet. But my point is the way, look, this summer, Arsenal had a fantastic window. They got all the parts they needed. Let's be honest. Even players that didn't perform amazingly last season. You know, you've got Calafiori now, who was okay, I guess, but now he's looking like a different animal. You've got
Big up
Gabriel. I mean, my God, he's
You mean.
unreal. What you say?
He's been better than Van Dijk this season.
Right.
100%. 100%. I think what I'm saying, it carries weight.
Joe,
Okay,
can I ask this?
yeah.
Can I ask this? I know this will keep changing until the end of the season when we see what the teams do. But as things stand right now, on 22nd October, is it fair to say Arsenal so far look like they've had a better window than Liverpool?
Yes.
Obviously, it could change. It could change 100%. Maybe we'll say by the end of the season,
It's easy
Dyche,
behind
Isak and Wirtz have kicked
not
in.
before a ball was kicked, but with
Of course not.
hindsight,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Because I've seen this comment by someone on YouTube, and it actually was quite insightful, where he said, "Why do people judge a window as soon as it closes? Right? To judge a window, you have to see what they do throughout the season, because you need to actually see if that window was actually successful or not based on how they perform." And I just thought, like, okay,
not necessarily.
I know we sit and forecast what we think will happen based on the window, and everyone forecasted that Liverpool's window should be the best without a question. As things stand today, I think it's fair to say Arsenal have looked like they've had a better window because all the players we got are actually gelled, and maybe not Norgard. And I don't like Madueke, but I don't know, people are rating him. But everyone else is like.
Why don't you like Madueke though as a squad player? It's fantastic.
Okay, but
I have my
let me ask you this, Joe. When Arsenal were 5 points clear a couple of seasons back, with how long was left?
We're not talking a couple of seasons back though, bro. We're talking,
wait, hold on.
This is the whole point.
No. When Arsenal were 5 points clear a couple of seasons back, playing quite decent football, with Man City chasing them, would you have sat here? And remember, that would have been deeper into the season, so you could, be forgiven for saying Arsenal are the best team around. Would you have been saying that then?
Yeah, but I'm not on about them, bro. That was, if you're talking about 23, 24, whenever it was, he's like, oh, well, when they burst, no one expected it, right? That, my point is...
No, you say no one expected it. That was, if I'm not, wasn't that the second season of you?
Well, maybe this, my point is though, right? We're now how long into Arteta's reign? My point is what he's done over a period of time, right? He's taken a team that were finishing 8th, right? That won that FA Cup. He's got rid of all the bad apples. They have now, on paper, squad-wise, all these top players signed up to long contracts. There was talks before. I've watched shows where people were talking, if Arsenal don't do something, Saka could go. This is seasons ago, by the way. Let me just...
Saliba as well.
Right, yeah, exactly. Now there's no chat of that. There's no contract worries. They've got Eze, they've got Odegaard, they've got Mosquera, they've got Gabriel, they've got Saliba, they've got Timber, they've got White, they've got all these players. Even someone like Ben White, for example, who was mocked when he was signed. Now he's a squad option there. What they've done over a number of seasons, for me, if they win something, if they get it over the line, we're not going to be talking about City. We're going to be talking about a period of domination.
Okay, so what's the flip to that?
I'll back.
Here's the issue, though. When you say domination,
one point.
the last 3 years.
Flip to that.
Are you saying the last 3 years or what?
Let me just finish, and if they win something this season, get over the line, because that is the final hurdle, right? That's the final hurdle for anybody. You can't quantify how much experience gives you, having been able to get over the line, right? That's why Chelsea are perennial winners, because that's what they do. They have experience, right? My point is, once they take that step, right? And it looks like they could take that step. And I agree, everyone, it is October. I agree, I'm a Leeds fan. Oh, that means I can't chat about football. It's bullshit what's getting said. But my point is, if they get it over the line, when I talk about domination, I'm not talking about they're going to win 4 out of 5 titles. They're going to win. My point is they will go on to be a continuous winner season after season after season. And
all right, Joe, so the opposite.
And
okay, but let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing quickly. First of all, big up to the Football Terrace for the raid. Big up to everyone who just joined us from Terrace stream, guys. We have almost 1,000 people in here. Do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Let's get the likes up. Do make sure you guys check out OK Jersey and use code Husam for 8% off. So
please don't do a Conte in Europe. Hit the like button, please.
Yeah, exactly. Hit the like button. Don't do a Conte in Europe. Great analysis.
Oh my God, yeah,
like the video, guys, and subscribe, because we can't have almost 1,000 people or not even at 100 likes. That's even worse than Conte in Europe. So close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe, and continue to enjoy the show. Look, here's the thing. Just before I build my opinion, Joe, when you're talking about dominance, are you talking about the last 3 years?
No, I'm talking.
No, he said moving forward.
Moving forward.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm not asking you to not talk about football in October, because that's literally what we're paid to do, basically. But I'm asking you to not talk about next season now, because imagine I said this about Arne Slot's Liverpool, and now it looks like shit. Let's be honest here. Now, all of a sudden, what Wolfie said at the beginning, which is like, people are speaking like Liverpool are going to get relegated. Obviously, he's being a little bit exaggerating, but you get what he's saying, which is football can change so quickly, because all it takes, I promise you,
but there's a difference.
One time where Arsenal start like the Moreno blah 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 midfield, right? And then Ashraf will come here on the Wednesday if they draw or lose, as an example, and they'll go like, "Oh my God, why did Arteta revert back to the blah 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 midfield? That hasn't worked for us." And so that's my thing. It's like, I don't think it's too early to be talking about football. I don't think it's too early to be saying who's favorites for this season. I don't think it's too early to be saying who has the best squad. I think all these things are all valid. I think it's too early to be talking dominance, because guess what? As we sit here, me, Ashraf fight, and you guys mock Liverpool and mock Arsenal, there's a third club that is now 3 points behind Arsenal. You get me? That have an absolute robot up top that can't stop scoring goals, that I can't rule out. This guy's club right here, if they get their shit together, I can't rule them out either. So we're sat in a position where, okay, every game in the Premier League is a test. Whether we like it or not, Arsenal beat Fulham with a set piece. Don't get rattled at the fact. It's the fact. Now, any other day, bro, you can lose any Premier League game. Like, I can't guarantee you Liverpool beat Brentford. I just can't, whether we're in good form or in bad form. I'm saying it's a difficult game because it's away from home. You can't guarantee that, as an example, Arsenal beat Crystal Palace. You can say, I'm confident, I think we'll win, but you can't say guaranteed 100% we'll win, Palace have no chance. I don't think anyone should feel that way. You can't guarantee that City go away to Aston Villa and win. You get what I'm saying? So
can't guarantee we'll beat Sunderland at home. You can't guarantee that.
Guarantee.
When we speak about dominance, it has to be like a genuine, sustainable. Like, when I think dominance, even during a season, I think about City winning 19 games in a row. I think about like Liverpool winning 18 games in a row under Klopp when we were doing the madness. I feel like that's when
the opposite has to be true. This is what I need to ask Joe. So everything you've just said about Arsenal, best squads, Arteta ticking along and everything, okay, and that you think they're in fact best in the world, to quote you
right now,
so would the opposite be true? If Arteta shits the bed from the position he's in now, do you think that's a sackable offense? Well, based on what you've just said.
Yeah, so I've already said, and I like Arteta, right? You know that this is a fact. But what I have said is, they have now all the components. If he doesn't get it over the line this season, he will be sacked anyway. He knows that.
I'm talking about your opinion. Would you sack him?
No.
Well, the reason this context is, right?
Also, when you say he'll be sacked, according to who?
I think they will sack him if
I'm sorry, they won't.
You don't think?
I think they do. I think they do one more season with Burton. I think they do one more season, and then they'd sack him after that.
I think it depends on how he ends the season.
If the owner.
Yes,
Can I explain why this context, right? Because they could lose on penalties in the Champions League final and they could lose on goal difference in the Premier League. These things can happen, right? So you're not going to sack him after that, are you? But if he had an almighty drop-off, then, okay, But I think everything he's gearing up now for Arsenal to win. Like Liverpool, I know they're not that far back. We talk about City, but the facts are lose Haaland, it's game over. Right?
Yeah,
that's not sustainable.
And this is what I wanted to say about our team. Everything we're saying about it could be win, could be not win. I've always made it very clear for me. It's just about the manager. I said if he plays or if he manages the way he's done the last 3 games, which at the time was Olympiacos, West Ham, and Newcastle, if he does that for the rest of the season, I am so confident we win the league because I don't think. In my opinion, I've said it from before, I don't think there's any team better than us. I think it's just about whether the manager manages to our style or he's going to manage conservative and manage certain games with fear the way he's done last season. I actually do agree with Joe. I think we have one of the best teams in the world. I think we have, and we don't have the issue of what Liverpool mentioned about, Husam said, it's not been gelling. What if they get, obviously they're not going to be bad. They're definitely going to challenge. Eventually they're going to click. But I don't think we have that issue because Liverpool's main cogs and their best players are players who are 33 plus who won't be there in the team a few years later. And obviously Isak and Wirtz will have time to gel and they'll eventually become good players for them and all that stuff. We don't have that issue. Our players are already good and are still young. So
but
we actually have...
sorry to interrupt, earlier when they were going, well, you got the best, who's had the best window? It's not only just the impact of like playing, it's just what signings haven't had a negative impact on the team. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like, most Liverpool's 2 big signings are having a negative impact on their team, right? 3. Your signings aren't having, like, Gorkrez was under a bit of fire, but not having a negative impact on your team.
Yeah.
Right? That's in it as well. What signings have come in and upset the rhythm of what was already built there as well? People got to factor that in, whether they've had a good window or not. Because we've seen signings in the Premier League that have had a rubbish first half of the season and then explode the second half of the season, right? So that's when it's like, I can understand people judging windows after they've happened. You get the immediate, oh, we've got this, we're going to do this and that. But we might not see players play well until like 3 months into the season. Do you know what I mean? So it's like Arsenal have had probably the best window because their signings haven't taken away from their team in terms of how they're playing, in terms of negatively and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Because let's say this, let's ask this question: Liverpool's best 11 on form versus Arsenal's best 11 on form, who would win?
Arsenal.
I think Arsenal. If Arteta manages the way he's done the last 3 games, I genuinely believe Arsenal. I'm not joking.
We haven't seen Liverpool's best 11 on form, so we can't. We have nothing.
I know,
but even if I assume each individual plays at its best, I think Arsenal
can't draw on Liverpool's best 11.
He's going to sort of comment about something like, see, there you go, very predictable. So predictable, honestly.
No.
I'm not talking a match. I'm not talking a match. I'm talking the league.
You were mocking them for the following. Now you're showing the Szoboszlai set piece.
Yeah. Literally, I'm referring. By the way, I'm referring to match and league. I think we have a better team than them. I think the only issue for us, which is always a concern for me, which I need to see over a long period of time to change my mind, is how Arteta manages a team. Do we actually play to our potential and attack and let players go for risky passes?
Okay, but here's the problem with your argument.
And if we do, I think we win.
Let's not change Wolfie's question. Wolfie's question is everyone on form. So when I look at Liverpool on form, I'm saying Salah on form, Isak on form, Wirtz on form, McAllister on form, Van Dijk on form, Alisson on form.
Correct. Yeah, and I'm saying Odegaard.
If I'm saying these players are all on form, I'm gonna win every game until the end of the year.
And I'm saying the one of the best scorers of the last 2 years on form, Odegaard on form, Saka on form, which is the second best winger in the league. I'm talking about Eze on form on the left wing. I'm talking about Rice, one of the best midfielders in the league on form. I'm talking about
Juventus, but I have the best.
I'm talking about the best defense in the league on form, shutting down every attack. Right, including your Salah last season.
Here's the Wolfie's question.
Including my Salah last season.
What have I started?
He scored at the Emirates, you fraud.
Because there was no Saliba, no Gabriel, and no Timber. What are you on about?
But why did you change your argument?
Because
you
Wolfie said everyone on form.
Salah, but he scored.
Yeah, Habibi, Wolfie said everyone on form. He didn't say it second team.
I think the
everyone is
fact
on
that you
form-
work with Wolfie has allowed you to start becoming one of the biggest gaslighters.
Didn't he play
on this
against us?
platform.
Didn't he play against us at
You want me
Anfield?
to
What did
play
he do?
the clip again?
Didn't he play
of
against
what
us
he
at
just said?
Anfield? What did he do? What did he
Did
do
you
at
just?
Anfield?
Oh my God! You're referencing the Anfield game. We won the league already. Have some shame. You gave us a guard of honor. And he
Don't
got
give
an
me that
assist
BS.
game as well.
If he played,
got an assist that game as
Hussam, 1 second.
Fucking
The
hell,
game at
this
the
guy,
Emirates, the game at the Emirates where he scored when we came back and he scored the second
I
goal.
don't think they heard Wolfie's whole question.
If Gabriel and Timber did not get injured, does he score that goal?
It was to win the league.
If Gabriel and Timber don't get injured, does he score that goal?
Hey, look
Okay,
at me, my
why are
name
you
is
two
Ashraf,
talking
I
about
don't
one
like
specific
Yeah,
match? when I'm
exactly.
asking about the
So
league?
be quiet.
because
Time.
that's a crazy
Win the league.
hypothetical that you can't answer.
It's
Based on
not.
what
You know why?
you
I'll
had
tell you why.
Gabriel and Timber, and we scored
tell you
against you
why.
even when we were bad.
I'll tell you why.
I
And
I'll
he's
tell you why
lost
it's
one.
not
against you
hypothetical.
even when we were bad.
I'll
When you
tell
had
you
Joe,
why
Gabriel.
it's not
Wolfie, how's
hypothetical.
it
You
when
can
you
do all the
lost?
crap.
Good?
I'll tell you why it's not
My
hypothetical
work here is
because
done,
before
mate.
Timber
Is
got
it good?
injured for 75 minutes, Salah was
Thank you
But
for
what
the
was the
second,
first-
and
we didn't know Salah
Andrew, I appreciate
existed.
it.
Salah
No
was
problem,
nowhere
mate.
to be seen.
It's
Salah
community
was slapped
service.
left, right, and
That's what it is.
center. And the two defenders who
Still
were playing
going.
on Salah's side both
Well,
got
apparently.
injured and went off. And Kivior and Skelly came on. And we're not talking
Okay,
about
can
Skelly
we go
now,
back
we're
to the
talking about Skelly
question?
was
Can we go back to the question?
Everyone
And
on
to go back
form,
to
Liverpool
Wolfie's-
wins the league. We have way too
Everyone on
stronger
form,
starting
Liverpool,
11.
Arsenal definitely win the league. If
Salah on
depending on
form
Arteta
is better
again.
than Saka on form. Isak on form is
I
better
agree.
than Jokeris on form. Wirtz on
I
form
agree.
is better than Odegaard on form, according to Ashraf
I
himself.
agree. I agree. I
McAllister
agree.
on form.
It's not better
last-
than Rice. It's
He's
not
better than
Rice.
Zubimendi on form. Rice on form
He's
is
not
better than.
He doesn't play. Wait. Stop. He doesn't play Zubimendi's position. Why are you comparing him to Zubimendi? He plays
Okay,
an
no
8.
problem. Rice on form.
He's not-
Okay, no problem.
God,
There
now
you
we're
go.
going to go
Thank
into.
you.
now we're gonna
Gravenberg
go
on
into
form is better than
positions.
Zubimendi on form.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Timber on
You don't
form
know
is
that.
better than our right back on form. Van
Any of
Dijk
your
on
right
form
backs.
is better than both your centre backs.
I don't think so.
One of them will be better than Konate. On form, Karka's PFA team of the season better than your left back.
No,
Yes!
we're not doing
Stop.
Kirk.
Don't do
pushing it.
Kirkins.
No.
Don't do Kirkins.
on
Stop.
form, Alisson is
Relax.
better than on form Raya.
Relax.
Done.
On form Eze is better than Gakpo. So now what do we do? See, it's a stupid argument
Good
because I'll
excuse.
throw a
I
Liverpool
win.
player, I'll throw an Arsenal player. So now what?
6-5, I win.
Hold on. What about this one?
I have 6 Arsenal players.
Wait.
Where do you get?
On form,
Arsenal
which
players.
manager are you going to put in?
He split
I'll
it
sit back.
evenly.
On
I
form
like that.
slot, of course. 100%.
No.
Except
On
Joe.
form. The current slot who Husam comes every stream.
No,
saying,
he's saying
Said
on form as in
He
slot
said on
performing.
form. Said on form.
okay, but I think Arteta performing, Arteta's better than Slot. The problem is that he doesn't perform like that all the time. So if I'm taking the best of Arteta and the best of Slot, Arteta's better.
I disagree
go.
because the best of slot won the league title. The best of Arteta finished second.
The best of Slot didn't go up against 4-peat and treble winning City. That Slot would not have won the league.
He went up against on form Arteta, didn't he?
No, he didn't. Wait. Was Arteta on form last season?
The only one that would disagree
all-
is Joe, because
can we
you know
all
he has
look at last
Arteta
season and
posters
say,
in his bedroom.
Can we all look at Arteta and say last season, the whole point of Arteta, the criticism of Arteta last season was he didn't play to his strengths. Hussam knows, and he's done streams with
Joe,
me where I've
Arteta
said
or Bielsa?
injuries were not an excuse. I've said the reason we lost the league primarily is
Arteta or
because of
Bielsa?
Arteta. How can we say he's on form then? That's
Can I ask
BS.
Joe a question quickly? Arteta or Bielsa, Joe?
BL's obviously, man. Come on now.
I would argue. I would argue Arteta.
Mate. No, wait. Who do you think leads tomorrow? Arteta or Bielsa? Don't lie.
BL's every day of the
You're
week.
such a liar. Oh
I'm
my
not.
God. He just said he picked Bielsa. Me and you, Wolfie, you know when Joe's lying. You know he's lying now,
The
right?
Argentinian
Okay,
Ange.
man.
Look at his smile. Joe, you know, Wolfie, you've known him long enough. You know he's lying now, right?
I actually know, like, his love affair with Bielsa is like
Yeah, man.
He does
got me
love Bielsa, but he
questioning,
loves
like,
Arteta more.
you know, sexualities and things. That's
The
all I'm saying.
Argentinian Postecoglou, man. Unbelievable.
Let me ask all of you guys a question because this is a conversation we had on the football terrace. I'll ask the non-Arsenal fans first because Ashraf watches it. So
Don't
he'll
ask
go
Joe
like-
then. Don't ask Joe.
I'm gonna ask you, Wolfie. Do you
I'm a
think
bigger
Arsenal...
Arsenal fan than Ashraf, for fuck's sake.
I'm gonna ask Wolfie. I'm gonna ask Wolfie and Andrew, and then we'll get the two Arsenal fans' opinions. Do you guys think Arsenal set pieces are sustainable?
Yes.
I do.
Why?
Why? Because 30% of all goals in the Premier League, on average, for the last 10 years, have come from set pieces. So if you're plus or minus set pieces, and that's in the whole league. So if you're doing it consistently, which Arsenal have done last year and this year, then yes, it is sustainable, because things like that could have been found out within 6 months, and they haven't been. And they're still doing it, and they're still scoring from it. Set piece is an art. I don't know why people downplay a goal from a set piece.
It is.
I don't get why a set piece is any worse than scoring a 30-yarder. They both equal one goal.
Husam is saying it because he's worried and scared. Because yesterday, when Arsenal scored the first goal by set piece, he's like, guys, we know it's not sustainable. Let them celebrate this goal by Gabriel. But we know it's not sustainable, guys. Guys, we know. Go watch his reaction. Guys, we know it's not. Let them celebrate. Let them be happy. But we know it's not sustainable. And then next week, when we score another set piece, guys, I know they scored a set piece against Liverpool, but we know it's not sustainable, guys. We scored a set piece against Chelsea. Guys, we know it's not sustainable. They scored a set piece in the last 10 games, but it's not sustainable, guys.
Do you know why? It's
why didn't you score a set piece against Liverpool at Anfield? You had 9 corners.
So stupid, bro. It's such a stupid.
Why didn't you score a set piece against City at home? You needed it.
Finish your monologue, then I'll respond, because I don't want to go in this back.
Ask the question. Answer me. You had 20 corners combined against Liverpool, and City didn't score any of them.
Great,
That's
amazing.
Amazing.
So you're looking at the exception.
Wait, Wolfie, one sec. Wolfie, no, one sec, Wolfie. Let's play him. Let's use his logic. Your attack is the best in the league, right? On paper, when everyone is on form, correct?
Right now, no.
No, not right now, but on paper, when everyone is on form. I'm going to repeat the question again so you understand.
On paper, yeah.
Okay, your attack was bailing you the first 5 games, right? Because you were scoring in the last minute, even though your defense was conceding. Your attack was bailing you, right?
I wouldn't say we were getting bailed. I think there were a lot of games where we actually played well, by the way.
Okay, was your attack sustainable against Arsenal? Because you couldn't score, you couldn't create any proper chances. Why did you need a set piece to win the game?
Never created chances. What are you talking about?
But you didn't create anything that's clear cut. Well, why did you score a set piece then? Why did you score a set piece that game to win the match? Why did you rely on a set piece?
Okay, we didn't rely on a set piece. We actually attacked in the second half.
But in the end, you got the 3 points because of a set piece.
Can I answer the question? Because you're changing the narrative now. From minute 45 until minute 83, and when we scored the set piece, Liverpool Football Club had, I think, 60% possession, and we were the only one that actually attempted to attack in that game. So that's why when I'm saying what I'm saying, I think Liverpool would eventually scored because we had sustainable attacks against you. Not every sustainable
score up until the 83rd minute.
Not every sustainable attack against Arsenal will lead to a clear-cut chance because you have very good defenders. So
yeah, Habibi, you know where I'm going with this. My whole point is,
no, I don't.
You're saying, oh, it's not sustainable. Why didn't you do it against Liverpool? And I'm telling you, okay, your attack is not sustainable. Why didn't you do it against Arsenal? It's such a sustainable doesn't mean
our attack is not sustainable. So you just underdone your own point. I don't think our attack is sustainable right now the way that we play. Are you crazy? Of course it's not sustainable.
Okay, but my point is...
But back to the question. On set pieces, I would say the only time it doesn't become sustainable is if both Rice and Saka were injured.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
That's a big
that's fair.
But that's like fair. Saying, well, Man City's goal-scoring machine, goal-scoring amount would be not as goal-scoring if Haaland's in there. Look, injuries are injuries. But tactically...
Rice played at Anfield and against City. So did Saka.
Okay, again, you're looking at the exceptions. You're not looking at the general.
Yeah, but when you say something is sustainable, you have to look at things...
What does sustainable mean? Does sustainable mean to consistently you? Every game? Or does it mean it continues over a long period of time?
Haaland is not going to score every single game, but he scores most of the games.
He's trying to.
And we score set pieces in most of the games on our word. There you go, exactly, same thing.
Okay, so let's go through it. Did you score? You scored the set piece against Man United. Did you score a set piece
Yes, we scored the piece against Leeds. Correct. Yes, we did.
Serious semantics.
Set piece against Forest.
Yes, the first goal came from a set piece. Yes,
Superchats volleys a set piece.
It was, and by the way, even the third goal was a set piece. Even the third goal was a set piece, which we played short. If I'm not wrong, Wolfie, the one where we crossed it.
Is a set piece.
Who scored the third goal?
Bilbao was it set pieces?
Zubimendi header.
Bilbao wasn't.
That was from a free kick.
Bilbao was set pieces. Man City, no set pieces. Port Vale, no set pieces.
Port Vale is a Carabao Cup. Who gives a shit? Continue.
Newcastle set pieces. Olympiacos no set pieces. Both were open play. صح? Yes, both of them.
Was the second one a penalty? I can't even remember. Honestly.
No, Saka scored. Saka scored when he scored the second goal. I don't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Again, I'm talking about Premier League only. So yeah, continue. Premier League. Okay, so Premier League.
La ilaha illallah. I'm looking at all the games. Saka and Rice played in those games. Don't
continue.
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos. Continue.
Okay.
We won the game that way. We won that game.
West Ham.
What was the score?
2-0.
2-0. The second one was a set. I mean, it's a penalty. So.
Oh, come on, Ashraf. You know what I mean. Don't do this.
Can
we have an honest conversation? You want to be honest or no?
A penalty is a set piece. What are you talking about?
We're now going by the literal definition of the word, but everyone here knows when I'm referring to set pieces.
Bro, you are going by the literal wrong definitions because your question is sustainable. Sustainable does not mean consistently. That's the sustainable means a long period of time.
Okay, so
you are literally going
now,
game by game and boring the crap out of us with it. And you're missing
I'm
the
boring
question.
the crap out of you because it doesn't suit your narrative. So now
it's boring. We're going game by we're covering every goal with Arsenal.
You didn't finish. You didn't finish.
Let's give a conclusive number.
Continue.
Right?
Continue.
Let's
you
give
didn't
a
finish.
conclusive number. So
what's after West Ham? What's after West Ham?
Liverpool,
you didn't finish. What's after West Ham?
Liverpool, Bilbao, Manchester City, Port Vale, Olympiacos, West Ham. 6 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
50%. So it's definitely not sustainable.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. This is where he makes himself look stupid. What percentage did I tell you that set pieces average in the Premier League over the last 10 years?
30, wasn't it?
Between 25 and 30%. You've just said Arsenal have scored in 50% of their games, which is double the average amount in the whole Premier League over the last 10 years. So one, that argument doesn't work for you. Secondly, on top of that, the fear factor of the set pieces means what? Teams are less likely to want to concede corners and free kicks, etc., which keeps the ball in play, which keeps Arsenal on the front foot as teams panic to stop the magical set pieces. So whatever way you want to look at it, Husam, it is sustainable. It has been sustainable for at least, you would say, 2 years. And the fact that you're sitting there going through every single Arsenal
so why didn't Arsenal
is quite frankly
from January until May last year when they needed it sustainable? Because for me, sustainability is something that you could do on a repeated basis over and over again. Last season, January until May, Arsenal
That's
needed
called repetition.
Okay. Why didn't Arsenal score set pieces from January until May in a way that made them win the league despite having their attackers out?
That wasn't your question. You didn't ask, can they sustainably score set
when you
pieces
say
to win the
something
league?
is sustainable, it's going to lead to success. It's going to lead to you doing it over and over again.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, yes, it is, because sustainable by definition is something that can be held at a consistent rate. So if we're saying that
sustainably eat junk food every day of the week, will I lose weight or will I gain weight?
Junk food is not scoring a goal in a football game. So
no, we're talking about the word sustainable.
Well, it's a dumb analogy because it's not even.
No, it's not a dumb analogy because the end goal of me eating junk food every single day would be weight being put on, which would be detrimental to my health. It's still
I'm not
sustainable.
Arsenal score set pieces in every single game. I think if I'm going to claim that something in general is sustainable, I'm going to look at it at least being done 70% plus, 75% plus time of the time. Meaning,
based
Arsenal...
on what, wait. Where have you plucked 70% out? Based on what metric and evaluation have you decided 70% equates
because
to
Haaland getting
sustainability?
GA is sustainable, Salah getting GA is sustainable, Arsenal keeping clean sheets is sustainable. That's something that's sustainable because you can do it over and over and over and over.
So what's the metric to measure sustainability?
There is no metric. It's a subjective metric.
So why did you say 70%?
Because that's my subjective metric.
So based on your subjective 70% metric is what we should base the word sustainability on.
Yes, because no.
Bro, where are you going?
No.
Bro, this is like
Sam, you're drowning. Wallah, you're drowning.
No, you're drowning because you disagree with me.
Deeper.
And it's okay. You can disagree with me.
Okay,
no,
okay,
you're contradicting your own
Ashraf,
point.
he said 70%, yeah.
I'm not contradicting my point. You guys are missing the point. Now,
okay, wait. If Haaland doesn't
Gabriel
score...
goal yesterday, the first one, was a new set-piece tactic. I didn't see this one all year. It was the first time I saw the Gabriel goal, the first one, not the second one. The second one, I've seen Arsenal go far, and then like Gabriel would
what was the tactic?
The dangerous area. The first one was when you beat the Atletico offside trap, and Gabriel was one of the furthest player back. So he made the perfect run, and Declan Rice had the perfect delivery. That was a new tactic for me because I didn't see it all season.
It wasn't. It wasn't. We've done it before. We did it against 2 seasons ago when Declan Rice gave the exact same cross in the Prem League when we scored 6 goals, I think, against West Ham or something. And he scored that kind of header.
Fair enough. If you did it 2 seasons ago, at least I haven't seen it recently. So it's something new in my opinion. So I'm saying, based off the fact that every Premier League club now has a set piece coach, every Premier League club now will learn how to defend these moments, which is why last season, objectively speaking, from January until May, when Arsenal needed those set piece goals with their forwards out, they couldn't find them. That's my.
We didn't have Gabriel. We didn't have Saka. The 2 of our main set piece guys.
Right was there and Gabriel was there. Don't lie.
Okay,
Gabriel wasn't there. Gabriel got injured in March. What do you want about?
Like 3 games. Stop it.
Last 3 games.
Do what he likes to do.
No. When he says lies, he's gonna be called on it. When was Gabriel injured, Husam? Did he play
Gabriel
against Madrid?
Against PSG, no?
Against PSG. So he played against Madrid home and away, right? The previous leg. Is that what you're saying? We didn't play Kivior that game home and away against Madrid.
No, you did play Kivior, but then he come back and then get injured again.
Oh, did he really? I didn't get that memo. No, he didn't. He got injured and was out for the rest of the season.
That was Timber, my bad.
Exactly. Thank you. And Saka was also out for like 3-4 months.
Okay, but when was Gabriel injured then?
He got injured in March and he was out for the rest of the season. That's not the last
January
3 games.
March, what happened? Where was the set piece goals?
We did score. Wait, didn't we beat Chelsea with a set piece, a corner?
West Ham at home. Why didn't you beat them?
Moreno. Exactly.
West Ham at home.
Habibi, you're missing the point. We already said we had players like Gabriel out injured. We had Saka, who's our main set piece taker from the right side.
Was Gabriel injured against West Ham? No, he wasn't.
I don't remember against West Ham. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm literally gonna go check.
Husam, you're drowning.
Carry on. Give your opinion.
Okay, wait. Let's do what Husam likes to do. Chat. If Husam is drowning in his own dumb argument, put a 1 in the chat. Let's see.
They're not gonna. It's Liverpool fans. They're not gonna.
I actually think they will.
The chat has said when I'm wrong before many times. No worry.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
And even if the chat say 1, it doesn't mean that I'm wrong because they just can disagree with me. It's okay. Gabriel and Saliba both played against West Ham and Timber and Calafiori.
Okay, but then he got injured after. I think against. Was it
and Wright played.
Got injured.
Yeah. Husam, so by your 70% metric, if Haaland doesn't score in 70% of Man City's games, does that mean he's not consistently scored this season?
You just changed the word consistent to sustainable.
Damn, there are a lot of ones. Damn.
Consistent is different than sustainable.
Okay, sorry. Misspoke. If Haaland doesn't score in 70% of Man City's
let me ask the question that you want to ask because you don't know how to ask it. Is Haaland, can Haaland score in 70% of Manchester City games? Yes.
No, that's not the question I want to ask.
No, because
if Haaland doesn't score in 70% of Man City's games,
they won't win the league.
He's been sustainable.
No,
forget win the league. Has he been sustainable with his goal scoring?
Yes or no? City won't win the league. No problem.
No, that's not.
That's what he asked you. That's what he asked. Answer his question
today.
Answer his question directly. Don't give an extra answer. What is answer his question?
Not giving an extra answer. I think no, but we're talking about teams here.
Ashraf, did you understand my question?
I think Arsenal keeping clean sheets are sustainable. I think Arsenal scoring set pieces isn't sustainable. The sustainable
how is it not sustainable when we have led the Premier League in it for the last 3 seasons? Why is it not sustainable? We've been doing it. In fact, as Wolfie said, we've done it in 50% of our games this season. Why is that not sustainable?
And the Premier League does it at 25 to 30.
Because when you needed it, you couldn't do it.
What do you mean when we needed it against some teams and we did it?
Did you need it against Fulham? Did you need it against Fulham at the weekend?
Guys, I'll tell you what Husam is doing. Husam is doing this, right? He's going to say, Husam is doing this of the games where you scored set pieces to win. I'm going to exclude them because it doesn't help my narrative, because it makes my argument look stupid.
Don't
the
lie.
games where you didn't win,
the games where you didn't play last weekend. Ashraf, who did you play last weekend?
We played Fulham and won by a set piece. We 1-0 by a set piece.
Yeah, you beat Fulham.
And we didn't beat Fulham in the last 2 seasons, by the way.
But here's the point. I think.
Wolfie asked me the Premier League game before that.
Well, Sam would kill for a set piece win right now. 4 games, no win.
He just killed for a win.
I don't think your win against Fulham is sustainable. What's sustainable?
You did kill for a draw,
man.
What's sustainable that you did against Fulham was the chances that you created for Gyökeres. I think
these 4 L's have serious.
And we are doing it.
The quad
and we are
has
doing it
turned
every game.
into- The quad.
No, I agree with that part. I think that's
Godfather. I congratulate them.
Hussam, what you need to
100%
see, the thing is,
sustainable.
Hussam, but here's the thing: we are creating chances, we are creating proper goal scoring chances, but on top of that, we have a very deadly weapon that no other team has, which is set pieces. You're making it seem like we're only doing set pieces and nothing else. If it's not for set pieces, we cannot win games.
Forget
That's
what I'm
obviously not
making
true,
it
right?
seem and focus on my argument. Forget, because if I were to speak to Wolfie the way he makes things seem, I would ignore 3/4 of what he says. So it doesn't matter how I make it seem. Let's listen to the argument.
So what is your argument?
Okay,
What is your argument?
I think when it comes to the whole set piece argument, I'm simply saying, look, we've seen it this season where the set piece goals. By the way, the same conversation we had at the start of last season. I always say it is one of the strongest weapons that Arsenal have. It's a weapon that they can use. I've never denied that. I never said set piece goals shouldn't count.
WWE.
But if I'm talking about sustainable wins, meaning a style in a system, a way of play that can help Arsenal win games of football, the chances that you created for Gyökeres, as an example, against Fulham, will help you win more games than set pieces will. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you a question based on that. Are Arsenal right now a team that can win games but also has a weapon of set pieces, or are Arsenal now a team that needs set pieces to win games? Otherwise, they will struggle.
No, I think Arsenal are a team that can win games without set pieces and have the weapon of set piece.
Exactly. There you go. So it's.
We agree, man. That's your problem. You didn't listen to
No.
me.
Wait.
We agree. Yes, we agree.
I hear you. So now that we agree on this, now your sustainability question becomes different, because now sustainability is: are the set pieces sustainable? Meaning, can they stay a strong weapon for Arsenal? Because that is what it is doing right now. The answer is yes.
Okay, but as strong as this, me and you both know, objectively speaking, no. Not to this level. No one is going to score 50% games set pieces. Let's be honest. It's not going to happen in January, February, March.
Why?
It can. Why not?
Because this rate has never been done before, ever.
But can it be done? But
we are breaking that number, right? So it can be done.
Doing it right now, but you did it at the beginning of last
season. But can it be done?
So let these guys keep doing the
wait,
thing.
Can it be done?
Let me and you have an adult conversation. So since me and Ashraf are the only one having adult conversation,
bro, we started listening about 10 minutes ago.
Season. Do you remember objectively when the same conversation happened at the start of last year? Am I right or am I lying?
Yes. But the difference is, Husam, and this is what
powerful weapon. Now the reason why, when we're saying like, okay, you scored set piece goals, but now comes December time as an example. Hello, December time. In December. The set piece coaches for all the opponents, their literal job is to watch 1,000 Arsenal set pieces and come back to the coach and go like, okay, this scenario we're going to do this, that scenario they're going to do that. Blah, blah, blah. So now it becomes a bit more difficult because teams will maybe place a player in a certain area, maybe put a player in a certain position.
But if that's the case, but if that's the case,
and that will drop your level from 50% to like a 30%.
Okay, so Husam, you said last year December they hired set piece coaches in other clubs. They studied us, blah blah, which is why they reduced our set pieces from Jan to May. Why has it picked up again? Did they forget their manual? Did something get erased?
I think you're doing certain new things. 100%.
Chat, if you could put a 0 in the chat, please.
Okay, you said the last time. You said the last time you saw the Gabriel goal was 2 years. Was 2 years ago against West Ham.
Joe, say something.
Come on, let's be honest. We haven't done that because
I listen.
We did it against Liverpool last season. Moreno.
If it was,
you know why it's
Husam, if it was as easy as you're making, like, the percentage of them scoring is going to come down. Arsenal are scoring more, so clearly, they're doing something that's Sometimes a player's just taller than you. Sometimes a player's just better in the air than you. Sometimes someone's delivery is just better than everyone else in the league. And the facts are, Rice, Saka have got delivery on point. Gabriel would head his nan if she got in the way. Like, this is where we're at. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing that you can do.
Gabriel's grandma.
Those Brazilian nans are tough, man. That's what I'm saying.
There's a sense of inevitability about Arsenal's set pieces. And the fact they get shit for it, listen, I keep saying and I'll say it, if I stay in this league by scoring only set piece goals, do you think I care at the end of the season?
But you're Leeds, you're not Arsenal.
No, it's irrelevant. Listen,
it is
Husam,
completely irrelevant
Husam,
because
if you
Arsenal are
think-
trying to win the league,
Husam,
and
if
no
you
team in
think-
history has won a league title
Husam,
by scoring.
you're having a
50%
stinker
goals from
if
50
you
games.
think
You're
at the
having a
end of the
stinker.
season you can say to Arsenal fans, yeah, but you only won with set pieces.
No, I
if
never
you
said
think that's
that.
going to be a
I never
flex,
said that.
then that's not a flex because I would
I
just
never
turn
said
around
that.
and go,
You misheard my
okay.
argument. You're doing the Wolfie now. I said no team in
Oh,
Premier
Again,
League
see when
history-
he's struggling,
just
he
said it's
no
drags
because
me
team
I'm
in
in.
Premier
leagues.
League-
What does
no
that
team
even
in-
mean,
guys,
bro? Come on.
I can do this to you guys as well. Every time you
It
say
means you're
something,
talking
say
logically,
you're
Joe.
frowning, you're struggling. Okay, but you're not arguing my point. Anyway, as I was saying, my point is the following. Look, no team in Premier League history has won a league title by scoring 50% of their goals plus from set pieces. So I'm not being insulting.
Okay.
I'm simply
Is it
stating a fact
impossible that it could
about
happen?
all the Premier League winners in history. You need
But
an
we have
outright
never
goal
seen.
scorer.
But we have never
So
seen
hear
a
me out.
team
What did
this
I just
good
tell
at
Ashraf?
set
I
pieces.
think Arsenal have a weapon in set piece, but that's not the only thing that they rely on. I said what I think is sustainable for Arsenal is the chances that Gyökeres gets against Fulham, the chance that you give Saka, the chance that you give Martinelli. Those are sustainable
Mo.
because they will lead
What's
to wins.
more
week in, week
sustainable
out.
right now?
Yeah.
Arsenal getting set pieces or Liverpool losing games?
Stop it.
That's
Joe,
banter.
this guy.
You didn't make
No,
good
but here's the thing. Sam, you said last season. I remember this. You said last season. You remember we were supposed to face Madrid or Atletico. We didn't know who we were going to face yet, right? And you said it's a lot worse for Arsenal to face a team like Atletico that play the dirtiest low block, that do this, that do that, versus a team like Real Madrid. Didn't that get disproven yesterday? Like the second goal, for example, had nothing to do with set pieces. One player running through the middle, amazing first time finish.
again, Atletico didn't park the bus yesterday. I'm sorry, they didn't.
They play the exact same way they play all the time, like the compact defensive game.
I think
they
me
win.
and
Sit
you
back.
both
They have
know,
changed
me and
their
you both
style.
know
They have
Atletico
changed
have
their
taken a more offensive approach. We both know.
I
But
agree
when
with
they're
you.
guys, but when they're defending, though, if you go and watch the game yesterday, a lot of times when they're
I watched
defending,
it completely.
everyone, including Sorloth and Alvarez, are behind the ball. That
No, but
happened many times
you made
yesterday.
them do that, Ashraf. That's
Yeah, but
not.
that
They've
doesn't make it a
changed.
low
They've
block,
changed.
though, Ashraf, with all due
But
respect.
that's
That
my
doesn't make
point.
it
My
a low
point is, but that's my point.
Low
My point is,
block
even
is
when we come
Fulham.
up against
That's
teams,
low block. Low
I
block
get
is what
that, but-
Fulham did. That's a real low block.
Nah,
Atletico
Fulham, don't
yesterday
talk
actually
about
tried
my
to come
my
up from
soon
the
to be
back,
manager
tried to
like
attack,
that, bro.
tried to build play. By the way, as a matter of fact, the second goal that you scored wouldn't have happened if Atletico are in a low block. By definition, let's be honest. So
If we're being honest,
no. Why? Because one player ran through 5 guys or 4 guys in the middle. That could happen. That is one
I
way
think
you
that
break a low
second
block.
goal was unbelievable. It was your best goal of the whole day.
okay,
for me.
if we're being honest,
Yeah, it was.
if we're being honest, this whole BS thing that we've just wasted 52 minutes on. Firstly, Husam should apologize to the chat for wasting their time on this conversation, and maybe put Mo, big up Mo's in the chat, put Mo in charge while Husam's head is this hot, because
What
all
is
he's
Mo's
done,
question?
all he's done
My head is not
is.
hot at all.
Now I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the reason. He knows he's wrong on everything, right? But what he does
Wallahi, I
know
don't
is
tell me
that
what
by
I-
talking this crap, he's avoided us talking about Frankfurt. That's what's happened.
No. But wait. Before we do that,
Even
Mo
Ashraf
did- I
will
just-
tell you, who
I
and
just
Ashraf have
scrolled
been
up.
arguing for 20 minutes. Forget the chat. Ashraf will tell you I'm the last one to duck smoke. He can ask him right now.
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
does,
I
he
think
does.
you should
You really
apologize.
think
for
Mo's
that.
question-
You really think I started on Arsenal on purpose to just avoid smoke? Are you crazy? I've been
I
getting
started
abused
on
on
Arsenal.
that-
definitely-
I've been
started-
abused
guys,
on this platform for
Mo-
72 hours.
Mo asked a good question in the comments. What is more sustainable? Arsenal relying on set pieces or City relying on Haaland?
Arsenal set pieces.
More
man.
sustainable, Haaland.
How?
Because
If Haaland,
I'll tell you why.
go ahead.
Haaland
Go ahead.
in the treble season scored 50 goals and they were successful.
That's it. And the 2 seasons after, he couldn't sustain that. So actually, we have
I
more
don't think he
evidence
knows
to
what
show.
sustainable means. I don't
Yeah,
think
we
he knows
have
what
actually more
sustainable means.
evidence to show that he cannot sustain it, right? And also, Haaland every season gets an injury for a month or two. Arsenal as a team are not going to be shut
Yeah,
down
but
for
now
a
you're
month or two.
including something where he isn't on the pitch. Me and you both agree. I don't know about the rest of the panel because they were busy doing who for, like trying to rattle me. Me and you both
I think
agree.
we
If
didn't try.
Haaland-
I think we got you.
if-
I think we
if
got
Haaland is not available for City, they ain't winning. Like they're legitimately not winning anything.
But that means most question makes
sustainable
sense.
for
That's got
Arsenal.
nothing to do with
Yeah, so most questions
sustainability,
makes
bro.
sense. Which is
Yeah,
more
it's
sustainable?
sustainable for
that's
Arsenal.
that's more than just sustainability. That's sustainability and reliability.
Can
It's
I
not-
can I just
this
say
is like
though,
Salah with us last season.
can I
Not
just
only
say
was
though,
the DA sustainable, it was reliable as well.
So if
it's sustained into this year?
If you take Haaland out of City, if you take Haaland out of City for a couple of weeks, yeah,
they finished 10th.
Yeah, okay. If you take away, if you take away the ability of Arsenal to score from set pieces, they can still win games of football.
I agree, 100%.
There you go. So it's more sustainable.
But that's the. You see, this is
that's not what sustainable means.
What
is it with you Arabs and not understanding the word sustainable, man?
Built a whole argument based on.
I know what sustainable means.
I think even me and Ashraf got to a conclusion.
What's sustainable with Arabic? What's sustainable?
Your set pieces are a weapon, but they're not a sustainable weapon that can be used over and over again. That's it.
They are.
What's sustainable? What's sustainable with Arabic?
The data
Mustamir. That's probably more consistent.
But it's not really a word that you can use in Arabic, though. We don't really use it.
Yeah, exactly. Because Mustamir for me is consistent.
I'd say.
Yeah, istimrari is consistency.
Well, so
yeah. There's no proper word for it.
What's sustainable is this low like rate, man. That's what's sustainable at this moment.
What's sustainable is what?
The low likes is sustainable. On
That's
guys.
Guys,
we get likes of you frauds. 1,000 people. Can we get 500 likes? Fucking hell, 50%. Anyway, let me do this.
I didn't say anything about
I got chip into
because my team is equal to Arsenal.
It's so silly.
You are, because you know I have to go
temporarily went to surf. Temporarily,
Wolfie, with all due respect, I listened to you for 2 hours on Ahwa. All your contribution was don't interrupt Hamza. You can't cook for shit. Stop acting like you're the chef. Wallahi, you're not a chef. Wallahi, you're not a chef. On Ahwa, when I came on Sunday, I was worried more about Hamza and Ahmed and Jay. Like you're a little bit above Yasser level. Yasser, very nice guy, respectful guy. You're a level above him.
I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Your version of cooking is rage bait, but you can't rage bait.
Every time I spoke, you lost your head, bro.
That's it. It's simple.
I've not watched this hour yet, so I will be watching this tonight.
Yeah, you want to know who cooked me? The 2 clips I uploaded, Hamza and Jay. I got cooked by both.
The problem you don't understand, Husam, is the best cooker of you is yourself. That's the thing you don't get. The more we let you talk, the more you end up cooking yourself, just like you've done for the last 57 minutes. So we just have to put the ingredients in the pot, and then we say to you, "Here's the wooden spoon. Go stir it." That's it.
I think Arsenal
Superchats
are capable of winning games using what Jokers did against Fulham, using Saka's creativity, using Zubimendi controlling games, using the fact that they have the strongest defense in the whole world, and the fact that they can keep a clean sheet against anyone. I name 5 or 6 things before I name Arsenal set pieces, and that's the only thing I mean.
Well, that's what we're doing.
But that doesn't stop it being sustainable.
At the end, these guys didn't get it. They still don't get it till the second.
I get you, but but anyways,
let me grab these.
We are right now. We're top of the world, so hey. Hopefully it continues.
Also, I would say it is fair to say that Arsenal are one of the best teams in the world, but the best team in the world right now, we have to say, just based off what they're doing, is PSG.
Correct. Yeah, I agree.
No banter.
Since we don't have a City fan, I know we're not going to discuss City. We're not going to talk about City. So I'll just say this quickly because you guys mentioned earlier, City could be there. I actually think after City's games against Liverpool, or not even Liverpool, like the next 3 games, I think City will be farther behind us than closer to us.
I don't know.
Plus, there's a team in Narnia who's on a 39-game winning streak, so that counts. They're not the best in the world. So it's all good.
There you go.
Oh, is there? Jeez. What team is that?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Anyway,
hey, I'll tell you who's on a crazy form. My country, Morocco, broke Spain's record. The most consecutive wins in international football history. 16 wins. And also the under-20s won the under-20 World Cup.
Who did they play?
For
Libya?
First time.
Well, they're playing Libya over and over again.
They played Argentina. What do you want? Libya? What do you want about?
Morocco can play Libya 100 times. They'll win 100 times.
And that's probably why they got 101 times. What do you want about? We won under-20 World Cup champions.
I gotta go.
Yeah, big up.
Peace out, Wolfie.
He's doing a Dyche preview, right, Wolfie? Dyche preview.
I've already done the Dyche preview.
Big up to Mina Sidhom, who says, Ash, you face Chelsea, Bayern, Tottenham in 1 week. Lose any?
I don't think we lose any, but I don't think we win all 3. I think we probably win 1 and draw 2, if I'm not wrong.
Battle of set pieces, right, Ash? Battle of set pieces when we play you. That's what it'll be.
It'll be a battle.
Big up the whole panel. Much love as always, Husam. You'll never walk alone. Big up to you, my guy Akia. Big up to you, man. One of the biggest supporters. Appreciate you always, man. Big up to Zain Shah. Big up Zain. Joe, you said if Haaland doesn't score or is out, City can't score. I agree, but it's the same true for Arsenal. If Arsenal don't score from set pieces, they find it difficult to score, i.e., City and Liverpool games.
Yeah, but the
Husam himself,
can I respond?
Husam himself just Go ahead.
Can Joe respond?
City and Liverpool.
Big up, boys. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Big
The City and Liverpool games are two of the toughest games, so it's not fair to use them as an example. I think over the course of the season, that's my point. I guess my counter.
And Husam himself has proven that by mentioning games where we scored and won without set pieces, like your West Ham, like your
I never claimed that you went using only
like,
set pieces. That's a dumb argument. I never said that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think your defense is one of the biggest reasons why you win games. I think your defense is probably
exceptional, man. Exceptional.
Gyökeres on form scores 3 goals at Anfield. Yes, but then Salah on form does what against Arsenal? As an example, Verts on form as well. But that's the thing. You can't just go. Also, Gyökeres on form comes up against Van Dijk on form. So now what? See, let's be objective about this.
Yeah,
Alisson
do we have to clarify the on form?
By the way, Alisson on form is the best one-on-one goalkeeper in the universe. Like one-on-one purely, like he's the best one at saving one-on-ones on form. There are games that I've seen with my own eyes. He saved like three one-on-ones in the same game, bro. What are we doing here?
In the universe, like that.
Sam, new Liverpool players on form is based on form with another team with a different system. You haven't seen them in form for Liverpool yet.
That's
correct.
A fair point.
However, we said Gyökeres on form. His form is for Sporting Lisbon. Now what?
That's true.
That's
See?
true. That's true.
We've seen Eze and Crystal Palace.
We can both.
Yeah, Eze and Crystal Palace as well.
Crystal Palace. Exactly. So we have to be objective about this, bro. You want to go on form? Let's go on form all the way.
Yeah.
On the form question, City will win the league. They have Ballon d'Or, Rodri, Haaland, Foden, Donnarumma with the best manager, Pep, all in form.
Didn't Rodri go off injured?
That's absolutely
I think Haaland on form is better than all of our attackers on form, and Rodri on form is better than all our midfielders on form.
Rodri needs to be fit.
But the issue is the rest of the team. The issue is the rest of the team, though. Meaning,
exactly,
I would take Van Dijk, Konate, Gabriel Saliba on form than any City defender on form. Any.
I would take all our fullbacks ahead of. I mean, Arsenal's fullbacks ahead of any of their fullbacks.
I would take
Liverpool's fullbacks too, because they don't even start fullbacks right now. They play Ait Nouri's on the bench and Nunes starts right back.
But also without Haaland, the next top scorer is like
Nunes is a midfielder. He plays right back, bro.
The next top scorer's got 2 goals or something in City's team at the moment this season.
And people, please don't forget the treble winning City and the 4-peat winning City wasn't just Haaland, Rodri, Pep. There was KDB, Bernardo Silva was killing it. Gundogan had an amazing run in the treble season. Mahrez had a very good run. Like, don't make it seem like it was 2-3 players who did this. It was literally a whole team. Kyle Walker was in conversations for best ever right back in Premier League history because he was having an amazing
season. Won me the treble.
Yeah, there you go. So don't forget that.
Well, City fans were so shameless with that Grealish prop. Imagine if Liverpool, imagine genuinely, Liverpool win the treble this season and like Isak scores 60 goals and I come here and go like, Verts won me the treble. Bro, fuck. No one will believe.
No, that was the biggest shameless thing. Just because they won a treble, they felt it gives them the right to say, oh, everyone performed well. Grealish was still garbage in my opinion.
We
have 7 goals in a season.
You can try to stretch it as much as you want. Jack Grealish is a flop. Nothing you will say will change it. I'm sorry.
I genuinely think he's the second biggest flop in Premier League history. I can only think of one player worse than him. Anthony, for me, coming in for 90 million and being that bad. Yeah, 100% Anthony.
Fair.
Fidget spinner.
We will score set pieces if the team is super defensive. Husam used logic, waffler. I was logical. I said the way that I think what's sustainable for Arsenal is their defense and the chances that they create for Gyökeres. To be honest with you, Gyökeres just has to put the chances in the back of the net. That's it. Like you are creating chances for Gyökeres. He just needs to be clinical like he was against Atletico. By the way, what I said wasn't even insulting or anything. You guys just took it in an insulting way because the panel were acting like clowns. Our set pieces are a tactical response to the opposition low block tactics. Are we now crying about teams finding solution to counter tactics now? And every tactic is sustainable until it's found out. I agree with that against Fulham. I disagree with that against Atletico. No one can convince me yesterday Atletico played low block. I think that's very disingenuous. I think Diego Simeone actually attempted to play football.
It's the same people who take away penalties from people's goal tallies. They don't count. Yeah. They go,
Atletico definitely attempted to play football yesterday, by the way. They didn't didn't low block. Fulham low blocked. And that's why after Fulham, I cussed out Fulham. In every show I did.
By the way, another example you want is Newcastle. Newcastle, when they were leading 1-0, the last 20 minutes, they low blocked because they just wanted to hold on to the lead. They started bringing on defenders. Yeah. Even though we destroyed them that first half in terms of chances creation and we missed chances, we ended up relying on set pieces, and that's a very, very good thing to have.
Listen, you're talking to a prime Mourinho guy here. I can't even remember a disgusting low block like Fulham did on Sunday, and I'm a Mourinho disciple. Do you know what I mean? That was like them piling on top of each like sandbags.
And they did well with set pieces, to be honest. For a lot of time, they stopped a lot of set pieces. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not faulting them for that, but that was the one of the dirtiest low blocks I've ever seen in my life.
It's not a question of whether set pieces are sustainable; it's the rate. To be honest with you, I realized the more I spoke, that's maybe what I'm questioning. I'm questioning the rate simply. That's it. Arsenal will score the most set pieces, but 60% of the goals as set pieces is not sustainable rate. Do you agree with this at least, Ashraf?
We score the most set pieces, but 60% of goals is not a sustainable rate. Yeah, it won't be 60%. That's why I said it depends on what you mean by sustainable. Do you mean is it sustainable to have it as one of our best weapons? I think that is sustainable. If the question is it sustainable to only rely on set pieces to score goals? Of course it's not, but I don't think we are doing that. And Husam also agreed on that in the end. I don't think we are a team that relies on set pieces to win games. I think we're a team that uses set pieces when things look difficult, but a lot of times we're able to unlock things when they're difficult even without set pieces. Again, aka West Ham, Olympiacos, that were also playing a very difficult defensive game. We managed to do that.
Sustainable argument is a desperate coping tactic, but why is it coping? I said you destroyed Atletico Madrid. It's not me coping. Guys, I'll be honest with you guys. You using buzzwords does not change my argument. Respond to the argument. Ashraf responded to the argument. You cannot just respond using buzzwords like, oh, you're coping. Coping based on what? I said you destroyed Atletico. What the fuck is the cope? Like, I did so much Arsenal prop, but you're mad at the one thing that I'm not propping? Big up to Stringer Belland. This is such a dumb argument. Arsenal score set pieces at roughly 25 to 30% higher rate than any other club in the Prem consistently for 18 plus months. These aren't fluke crosses and headers. Yeah, but once again, you're taking things to the extreme. Just because something is not sustainable doesn't mean it's a fluke. Because Rice needs to put in a perfect pass, because Gabriel needs to make the correct run, because Jover needs to set up that tactic to begin with. I'm simply saying, come January, February, March time, there will be so many set pieces for opposition set piece coaches to figure out. That's it. It's not insulting. It's not insulting. You got me? That's it. Stringer Ballon. Let's just call a spade a spade. The reason for all this sustainable talk from Sam is because he's mad that rivals said Liverpool last second goals weren't. No, I'm not mad that they said that they weren't at all. I've never said that, because guess what? Me, myself, I said that. If you go to my match reactions this season, I questioned the way we played against Newcastle in the second half. I questioned the Burnley game. I questioned the Everton game. So you're talking to the wrong guy. Everton second half, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like that's what I said. Yeah. Big up, Kali Gunnar. Husam, you like to suit your narrative, give up. Bro, when anyone on YouTube, on any type of show makes an argument, they present things that suit their narrative. Like, what the like, guys, Messi's the GOAT because he's the best footballer I've ever seen. Yeah, but that's because it suits your narrative. Ronaldo scored more goals. Okay, Habibi, Ronaldo scored more goals. I agree, but like Messi, for me, the best I've ever seen. So that's how arguments go on YouTube.
And factually, Messi is a better goal scorer than Cristiano anyways. He has more goals per game. So, yeah, anyways.
Blood clot. If we are reinventing, that means it's sustainable.
Can we move on from sustainable chat?
Yeah, that's going to lose.
Yeah, just finish the Superchats.
They call Arteta haram ball, but he's found a reliable answer to low blocks, which is true anti-football. If teams adapt, so do we. But when you say answer to low block, once again, Atletico didn't set up in a low block. So I disagree with your logic.
Honestly, I think there were moments when they were playing. Okay, it was not a low block, fair enough, but they were playing defensive in certain moments. But anyways, fine. It still works against Fulham. It still worked against Newcastle. Like, it's bailed us out in many, many games. And Wolfie hit the nail on the head. The reality is, now because teams are so concerned with our set pieces and corners, it means subconsciously we might end up getting more open chances because of the way teams are going to be playing to make sure that they're avoiding giving us corners and set pieces. And we have players who can open up teams with passes if we have those spaces.
Black.
Big up my guy Road King TV. Make sure guys subscribe to his channel. Husam, if you want to win against Frankfurt, your chicken slot should simply start Chiesa and Ekitike. Drop that washed up salad and waste the money. Isak or else. Ashraf,
can I tell you guys this? I disagree with this.
What bet did we make yesterday, me and you? This is where, if you're honest, you'll give me credit for calling out slots bullshit. Who's he starting tonight? Verts and Ekitike with each other.
Okay.
See, like you see when I'm telling you about like the bullshit that he does repeatedly, Arne Slot, it's like he's almost giving his best attempt at fucking us up.
But I genuinely don't think Ekitike and Verts is a bad lineup to go. I think one of your best games this season. I know you didn't win that game, and I know I've mentioned.
Okay, you think Salah's form has been so shit he deserves to get dropped, right?
No. I don't think Salah should be dropped. I think you should drop certain other players. I think either Isak or Verts, one of them needs to be dropped. I don't think you can start both Verts and Isak, who have both been out of form. The problem with Salah, right, is even though he's garbage, the last 3-4 games, you don't have a proper backup where I can say, for this game, you have this other right winger who, okay, fine, can take off some pressure. Let Salah get back into form. That's one. Secondly, if you're already struggling to sometimes create and all, I don't think taking out your best creator makes that much sense, in my opinion. I think you drop one of Verts or Isak. Don't start both, in my opinion. And I also don't. I've not been a big fan of McAllister this season. I think he's had a lot of poor games, in my opinion. So I'll probably start Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and maybe Verts and Ekitike. That would be. But I would definitely start Chiesa on the left.
Okay. Big up to Zayn, who says, Joe, you said that City's reliance on Haaland for goal scoring is sustainable. So he's scoring for City majorly last 3 years. So why isn't it sustainable?
No, I didn't say that, mate. I said if you look at City and you look at Liverpool, we said what's more sustainable, and we're saying that City relying on Haaland's goals is less sustainable because if he got injured, then it all crumbles. Whereas Arsenal, if they stop scoring set pieces, they still have other weapons to use. That's what I meant. Of course, Haaland scoring goals is sustainable. But my point is, for City overall, if you take him out of the situation, then their title charge is not sustainable. I hope.
And Zayn, you've kind of outdone your own argument because Haaland scored for City last season, was the top scorer. They had a disastrous season. And even though Arsenal also had a bad season, our season was still better than theirs. So your logic just like that gets defeated. Since Husam is responding to someone on WhatsApp, I'll read this. If 130 million Isak needs Verts to create, worse than Nunes, who had chances with midfield of last season. He's not worse than Nunes, but I do agree with this because I mentioned this yesterday. We cannot say for Isak to have the best chances of... Okay, you can say for him to be at his best, you need Verts to click. That's fine. But I don't think Liverpool fans should be saying, oh, the reason Isak is not performing is mainly because these guys are not creating chances for him. We've all praised Isak last season, saying he's a more complete footballer than your Haalands and your Gyökeres and all that stuff because he can do other things outside scoring as well. He can shoot from outside the box, he can dribble, he can create, he can pass. He's not even doing that well now, right? And for me, for anyone to say Verts has to be in form for Isak to click, it makes no sense. Then why did you get it? Then why didn't you just go for a Gyökeres then? He'll make all the runs you want. He'll do all that kind of stuff. Verts and Salah can create for him, and he'll finish.
Plus, the way that Newcastle was set up, it actually allowed Isak to be more of the creator than the actual person who supplied the ball. He could be more a creator there because the way Newcastle had that physical midfield, they're more likely to get him the ball to be the creative one.
This is
one
just
of the wingers.
for me, like Decode. You're a great guy and you always support me, but this is just so completely illogical because everything was so much tactically better from Slot last season. Therefore, putting a donkey like Nunes in a one-on-one chance. You get
We're not having Nunes revisionism here, man. We're not having Nunes revisionism.
Guys,
wait, Nunes didn't start for you guys last season.
With all the respect to everyone in the chat, I did this yesterday. You guys know that Lacazette has more goals than Nunes in the Saudi League? Do you know that he's not even Al Hilal top goal scorer?
Wait, Lacazette is in Saudi? I didn't even know.
We don't even know this. Watch it.
Husam, João Felix has more goals than.
By the way, Lacazette has always been a better striker than Nunes, guys.
Let me name you players. Yeah, watch this. These are the players that have more goals than Darwin Nunes in the Saudi League. João Felix, Joshua King, the Bournemouth guy. Julian Quinones, who the fuck I don't know.
Who?
Cristiano. Lacazette, Ivan Toney, Marcus Leonardo.
Oh, what's that? Brazilian, isn't it? Yeah.
Where is Darwin Núñez even in the fucking list?
Wait, did he even play this season? Husam, I don't know if he played.
He did. This is the players that have scored as many goals as Núñez. Carrasco, Coman.
Oh my God, guys. Not only did he play,
Retegui,
guys.
Musa Barrow, remember him from Swansea 10 years ago? Mamadou Silla, Roger Martinez, Khalid Al Ghannam, Ramiro Enrique. Bro, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? What's this Núñez?
Guys,
those are prime. Those are prime Pro Evolution player names. They didn't have the license.
No, but wait, Husam, he's played 4 games. He's played 4 games. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists. Come on, he's okay. That's well. 5G in 4 games is not bad. Don't do that now. Khalas, don't do that.
4G in 3 games compared to Felix, King, Quinones, Ronaldo. All
I understand, but
I mean, Ronaldo is fucking 44. And he's my grandfather age.
The problem is Ashraf. He had those stats last season in 32 games. That's the problem.
By the way, Núñez has the second highest XG, by the way, so he's missed chances again over there.
Is Mudryk worse transfer than Antony?
No, I didn't forget Mudryk. Okay, I think he's third. Well, as bad as he's been, I think just given the circumstances of Chelsea and everything, I think he's third or fourth. He's not worse than Antony and Jack Grealish, in my opinion. Because to go into a team like City for 100 million, didn't he go a whole year without scoring? Or am I bugging?
Yes, whole calendar year.
What
The
F, bro? Yeah. How do you go a whole year without scoring a single goal?
Actually, he didn't.
When you're playing for Man City.
He scored late in 2023 and then didn't score until early 2025 or something like that. So it was like nearly 14 months. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry, that's mad. And Antony, I don't even need to talk about Antony, bro. You pay 90 million for someone who just wants to spin around, who comes into the Arsenal game when they're losing 1-0, he's doing this face like at the bench. Like he's about to change the game. Like, guys, damn. Remember the game against when Casemiro got a red card, and he went to Casemiro and said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna win the game for you. Don't worry, don't be sad. I'm gonna win the game for us." And they ended up losing that game. Like, so it's this guy is just in his head. He's someone else.
Because you overdo it with your narrative. I haven't overdone anything, bro. Even me and Ashraf agreed at the end. Nothing I said was overdoing, bro. Me overdoing it is me saying, I think Arsenal only scored. No, that's not what I'm saying. But Ash Haaland already on 1/2 of last season's tally. Núñez proves you wrong. Get that jersey. I'd rather stab my balls with a fork and feed it to the dogs than get a Núñez jersey.
Wait,
oh yeah, where is the Núñez jersey? You get 8% off now. I'm gonna get Al Hilal Núñez here and say thank you, Al Hilal. I'm gonna have to get a painter though for it. You get me? And speaking of OK jersey, I have a surprise coming for you guys soon. Inshallah, Friday. There's special things coming, guys. You get me?
Free jersey for everybody. Oh, sorry.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Habibi, Allah, you're making that kind of money, mashallah.
Calma. No, don't do this because I don't make that much money. Stop it. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. This guy just out here bullshitting. Anyway, let's talk about Liverpool now. You get me? Because people think I'm hiding. What do you want to say?
Come on, Joe Cook. Go ahead, Joe.
Go on, Joe.
Go ahead,
Joe.
Do you know what, man? Honestly, I can't even lie. I've fallen asleep, man. It's been a long show. It's been a long show talking about.
Joe has sustainably gotten tired of this conversation.
It was not sustainable, mate. I've got my glasses on ready for this year, so I can see. No,
go ahead. You guys speak. People know my opinion in the chat. You go for it.
Yeah. No. What's going on, Don? Like, I'm remiss to criticize Arne Slot because, look, at the end of the day, he's won a Premier League title, but at this moment in time, it's going bad. My man's, I can't believe when he came out and said, you know, last time they played with Sesko, and now they play with us, and they don't play with Sesko, and it's like, what? You mean they changed their lineup? You mean they gave themselves the best opportunity of winning a game of football? Why are you feeling hard done by? I genuinely believe Klopp's left some of that whinging at the door, and Arne Slot said, oh, I see why you did it now. I'm going to take that and run with it as well. He talked, you know what we've listened to now? An hour and 19 minutes of set piece talk. Arne Slot's talking about set pieces about the same amount of time in his press conferences. Why is he bothered what Arsenal are doing? He needs to sort his own shit out. He needs to grow a pair of balls, if I'm being honest, because Mohamed Salah, and he's a GOAT and he's a legend and I rate him and all this sort of stuff, but probably needs to come out of the side. He needs to stop trying to shoehorn Alexander Isak in, because the facts are you will look 10 times better when Ugo Ekitike was leading the line. And I know, listen, I'm not just saying that because he's sat next to me right now, but Cody Gakpo, is, and when I
just got it now. I just got it. Oh, jeez, I didn't think I look like him. Damn.
Do you know what the thing is? There's a lot of chat from Liverpool fans that he's the weak link. He's the one that he's. But for me, on form this season, he's looked your most dangerous. He's looked your most dangerous.
Actually, yeah, you're right. He has scored like important goals. Maybe I wouldn't drop him for Chiesa then. You're right.
I think he's looked the most dangerous.
Missed that header at the weekend as well.
Kirkes is a car crash. Genuinely is a car crash. Don't know what's happening with Frimpong. You obviously miss Trent like no tomorrow. You clearly miss him. Anybody would though, right? He's a top player. There are many issues, and they need to be solved and quick, because remember I've said a couple of weeks back, Husam, maybe some clubs aren't built to spend money. Chelsea are built to spend money. It's what they're formed on. This is what they got all their success on. Not saying they weren't successful before. Of course they was. Di Matteo's, all them guys. Vialli, I remember them days, right? But their real period of dominance was when they got their money, right? City are built to spend money. These heritage clubs, your Arsenals, your Liverpools, even Man United to an extent, and the reason I say this is their period of dominance was built on the class of 92. Yes, they went and spent money, but they don't spend it like they do now, this stupidly, giving Casemiro 5-year deals, signing Varane and stuff. They never did that when Ferguson were there. They went and got the best of the best in like the Premier League and picked them from your Spurs and other clubs and built, your Carricks, your Berbatovs, all these sort of players, right? So these heritage clubs aren't used to spending this money. And I think what we've seen, I did a podcast yesterday with a group of Newcastle fans, and they really, really dislike Liverpool now, right? They really, really dislike Liverpool, which is understandable, yeah?
Did you have your Magpie translator up on?
Yeah. but they really dislike Liverpool. And I said, do you remember a couple of weeks back, I said Liverpool are going to end up being the Manchester United of the 90s, but what's actually happened is nothing like that. Nothing like that. And in actual fact, and I don't mind Liverpool, you know this, Sam. I'm not just saying this because I don't mind Liverpool, but it's not looking good, and it's actually becoming quite laughable. Look, that Man United game was going to go one or two ways. I said this to my friend who's a Man United fan. Either Liverpool are going to slap you up and they're going to start the season, or you're going to beat them. And I'm now looking at Man United saying, have they turned a corner? And they've done that at your expense. The last time you were beaten was like 2016. Wayne Rooney, I believe, scored. This is how long ago it was. So for you to get beat by Harry Maguire as well, of all people, who's become like a running meme for the last 10 seasons or whatever, it's not looking good. And look, Isak's a good player, but what happens if, in a few months he's going to have to ride bench? He's going to have to ride bench. It's not looking good for Liverpool. And, we were talking about, what would be a successful season? Or will it'll be, I've been on many shows, it'll be a big one, i.e. Champions League or Premier League, and one of the little ones. You can just pick one of the little ones because we're Liverpool. We're just going to pick that one. We'll take the Carabao Cup. We'll probably win a Champions League. That's what we're going to do. But the facts are, as we're, rolling on, and admittedly it's only October, but you might not win anything. Genuinely.
Guys, I asked a question yesterday, and I'll ask you, Winter Surfer and Joe.
If we continue playing like this, it's way worse than just not winning. If we continue playing like this, we'll be out of the title race in 3 games. What are you talking about?
So that was my question, guys. That was gonna be my question. My question, and I asked this yesterday as well. If so, the next 3 games, Husam, correct me if I'm wrong, are Brentford away, Aston Villa at home, and then Man City away, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the Premier League, those are your next 3 games. If let's say Liverpool drop points in 2 of them, which is not impossible to say, like it could happen. They could lose to City and draw to Brentford and then beat Villa. If that happens, and let's say Arsenal win all games, do we now say Arsenal are favourites to win and Liverpool not out of it, but yeah, it's improbable that Liverpool wins it now, because then the gap would be let's say if you draw both, let me even say lose, the gap would be 8 points then.
Well, yeah.
I'm only giving this hypothetical because Arsenal's next 3 games on paper are easier than Liverpool's.
Yeah, I see. We're then entering a November international break. It might just be about still too early for a single-digit lead in November. Do you know what I mean? But then again, Liverpool might be doing what City did last season and go like a 13-game winner streak.
I mentioned this yesterday as well, and honestly, I did.
Like, it's like it could be anything.
I don't think it'll happen.
I agree with Joe. I agree with Joe at a certain point that it's really letting Slot down is his words. Is when he showed the first sign of anything going wrong, and he's just cracked. He is cracked in the media, and that spreads. That spreads to the players. I remember last season when Maresca said, when we were second, we're not built for that. That'll go. Players will take tails. You give players an inch, and they'll take a mile for an excuse. Do you know what I mean? They'll throw the manager under the bus. Doesn't matter if they won the league or something like that, because they know they're going to stay and he's going to get fired eventually. But he himself is not helping himself when he says these words about question. We thought we were going to start with Sesko.
That is crazy, that innit, bro? That is mental. That is what mad. You change your team?
For Sesko,
yeah,
that's Sesko,
mad.
bro. You change your team for Sesko, and like I know Sam's predicted Wirtz and Ekitike to start tonight, but he doesn't want them really.
I take it back. According to the guy that I'm speaking to right now, he started Szoboszlai and Jones. Respect, Slot. Respect.
But even
you're not
even that though, I know
today
you're
not a.
But I know
so
you have
today you're not
apprehension
you know what?
I know you have apprehension of Wirtz and Ekitike starting together. Ekitike likes to drop deep to collect the ball. It's not like it's not like it's like we'll stay up a bit more on Ekitike and stuff like that. But he has to find that he's got no excuses now. They spent a whole load of. They didn't spend any money last season, so he had all the excuses, and they won the league. Now it's the reverse. He doesn't have any excuses, and he has to try and make it work with what he has. He has to try and use Frimpong. He has to try and evolve Salah's game as he's entering the last vestiges of his career. Same with Van Dijk and everything like that. He has to try and work this out. This isn't like, no offense, in the Dutch league where he can go 5 games without winning, and no one's really going to notice. Do you know what I mean? This is high profile, and he is under the spotlight, and he's melting at the moment. Do you know what I mean? He's like with ants with the magnifying glass. Do you know what I mean? He's going to explode at any point. I mean, if you lose to, I wouldn't say to, because Frankfurt, I know you're not playing well, but Frankfurt are atrocious in terms of how they're performing. But that Brentford game at the weekend away is not easy. They are defensively very good football team. I know it was against West Ham, but they're very good. I played them, and they're very good. That is going to be a hell of a game on Saturday to try and pick up your form in the league from. I would
even City against them struggled tremendously, and Thiago missed a 1-on-1. Otherwise, it could have been 1-1.
Yeah, he did. It's all true. But Slot needs to up his media game. Do you know what I mean? That's what he needs. He needs media training, because that he's flaming out. That's what it is.
I asked a question earlier, guys, because I can't remember the last time a team made up an 8 points gap. And it's not far-fetched to say there could be an 8, because City at the Etihad is never easy, even when Liverpool are at their best, right? So saying Liverpool could get a draw there is not crazy, right? I think
Klopp only won their once, right?
Yeah, there you go. I think you beat Brentford. He only won once, yeah. I think you beat Brentford. I think you beat Villa. But just hypothetically, you draw one of them. And let's say we win our 3 games and you're 8 points behind. I don't remember the last time a team made up that deficit. Ever.
The thing about
Not ever, but
I know form comes into it, but they've got a very good record against Villa at home. It's a very good record. It's like even when they're not playing
correct
and stuff like that, they've got a very good record of Villa. And I believe in records because we lose to Man United all the time at Old Trafford. So even when we're playing better than them, so it's stuff like that. But that Brentford one, and then the City one, like you said, their record away is not very good. They'll be, I think, Sam, you probably take a point, right? Away at City. That's what you say all the time. Like,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. So it's one of those. But he has to really, because he's the one that leads in this team. He's really go up his game because he's not in his own performance. The way he speaks, I wouldn't want that guy managing me. You know what I mean? At this moment in time, he's not good in crisis.
Okay, let me just read these before we get out of here. Big up to, by the way, guys, if anyone in the chat has ever used Binance or anything like crypto, blah, 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 please message me on Snapchat. If anyone here has ever bought anything or transferred money to their bank account using Binance, please message me on Snapchat. I need your help if you have ever done it. Where are NB? NB is now on the Thursday show. He's made a permanent transfer. You get me? So, yeah, big up you guys. Panel, if you could refund the player, who would it be? Refund the player?
Whatever. I'll go.
ever, or you mean the current players?
Let's go current. Because ever we've all had horrible duds. Let's go current.
I'd say Norgard or Madueke. Probably Madueke.
Garnacho all day long. Twice on Sunday. Garnacho. It's Garnacho.
You don't need to know about my players. Forget.
No, say it. Who would you refund? I'm thinking about.
Joe's like, where do I start?
Yeah, maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
The skirt dress, I knew it. Yeah, okay.
You got him for free.
Who would I refund? He was a free transfer.
It's a free transfer.
Well, he's probably
man said just get rid of him for no money. I'll take it.
He's probably on about 100 grand a week.
Joe's like he's free, and we still didn't get our money's worth. That's how bad he's been.
Joe's literally said, "I'll pay you to take him." That's what I'm going to pay you to take this guy. That's what he said.
Do you know we have the lowest big chance conversion rate in the league? 17% big chance conversion rate.
You need Joe. Joe. You need sustainable set pieces, Joe. That's your problem.
Exactly, man. We do. But you know what? We've got West Ham on Friday, and if we can't beat them, then we don't deserve.
Then you're dog shit. Yeah. Then
I'll be honest.
You should get relegated.
The current team that I would refund is maybe Gakpo or Szoboszlai.
Why Gakpo is your best player?
There's no one I can think of right now that I would refund.
Kirk is.
Szoboszlai's your best right back.
Actually, no, but I actually believe Kirk is a good player.
Hey, stop that garbage, bro. There's a lot of other left backs you can get.
You'll never walk alone, Nicole. You'll never win against Salad without ranch.
Oh,
TK, I could tell you're American because you just mentioned salad and ranch on the same.
Yeah, mentioned ranch. It's ranch.
I've had salad my whole life without putting a single bit of ranch on it. You get me? As a matter of fact, I don't even remember the last time I put ranch on a salad to begin with, mate. You get me? So, like, I actually can't remember. So, yeah.
Anyway, look at the shoehorning. Ekitike and Isak starting together. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe there's 3 different lineups now. I'm trying to find out what the real one is. So,
yeah. we got Caicedo playing right back tonight.
Great. Best right back in the world.
Yeah, the best midfielder in the world is so good that he's being asked to play right back. Hey, it never happens to Rice.
Multi-talented, unlike people who can just play one position.
I understand, but Rice can play multiple positions, but he only plays the best one that he's got. Messi can play in different positions. He's not going to be asked to play as a DM.
He should
probably do a decent job.
Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Eating salad is haram, yes, because of the way you slaughter the cucumber. Yeah, be quiet. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to all of you guys. I'm going to be back for Liverpool Frankfurt, of course, in an hour. We're going to redirect you over to Footy Judge Mo. He's live right now. Go tell him Husam raid in the chat. Love you all, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Put slaughter the cucumber in his chat. That's what you should